The hum of multilingual conversations filled the grand hall of the Galactic Council, a massive space station orbiting a neutral star. Here, representatives from countless star systems gathered, their forms ranging from the ethereally luminous to the mechanically augmented. Amidst this cosmic congregation, Earth's delegation, a team of humans in sleek dark suits, stood out for their simplicity. Today, an unprecedented session was on the agenda, prompted by an unexpected message from the far reaches of the Milky Way, Earth's declaration of sovereignty and its stern warning to the Galactic Empire. Earth's declaration. Ambassador Lucy Zhao, Earth's appointed speaker, adjusted the microphone before her, her heart racing with the weight of her task. As she began to speak, her voice echoed through the hall, silencing the murmurs. Esteemed members of the Galactic Council, I stand before you not just as a representative of Earth, but as a guardian of its legacy. For centuries we have observed your alliances and conflicts from the shadows, choosing isolation over intervention. However, recent encroachments on our space by Imperial forces have compelled us to emerge from our solitude. She paused, her eyes scanning the room, meeting a multitude of gazes. We, the people of Earth, hereby declare our planet and all its celestial territories strictly off limits to all members of the Galactic Empire. Any attempt to violate our sovereign space will be met with immediate and decisive action. A ripple of shock and whisper spread through the assembly. The audacity of such a small, technologically inferior planet taking a stand against the might of the Galactic Empire was unheard of. The Empire's response. At the other end of the hall, Envoy Threx of the Galactic Empire, a towering figure cloaked in shimmering armor, rose to his feet. His voice when he spoke was both amused and menacing. Is this a declaration of war, Ambassador Zhao? Your planet barely qualifies as a Class C civilization, and yet you threaten the Empire, which spans thousands of worlds. Lucy remained composed. It is not a declaration of war, Envoy Threx. It is a declaration of our right to exist free from your oversight and interference. Earth is sovereign. We will defend that sovereignty. The human defense. Behind the scenes, Earth's declaration was not as rash as it appeared. Unknown to the Galactic Empire, Earth had made quantum leaps in defensive technologies, spurred by the recovery of an ancient alien derelict spacecraft buried on the moon. This ship, hidden from galactic eyes, had been reverse-engineered, giving Earth capabilities far beyond what the Empire had anticipated. Moreover, Earth had formed clandestine alliances with several fringe systems and non-aligned planets, who had long chafed under the Empire's dominion. These allies provided Earth with intelligence and resources, strengthening its position. The Council's deliberation. The session broke into heated debates among the various delegations. Some viewed Earth's bold move as a beacon of hope for autonomy, while others saw it as a dangerous precedent that could destabilize galactic order. As the Council deliberated, Earth's team worked the room, lobbying for support and explaining their stance. They knew the outcome of today's meeting could very well dictate the future of Earth's interaction with the wider galaxy. The verdict after hours of deliberation, the Council President, a wise old entity known as Elder Yan, called for order. The Council recognizes Earth's declaration. While we do not endorse threats of violence, we acknowledge Earth's right to it. In the grand chambers of the Imperial Citadel, Envoy Threx stood before the Imperial Council, his figure casting a long shadow over the ornate floor. The councilors, adorned in regalia that shimmered with the power of the cosmos, awaited his explanation of the Earth situation with a mix of curiosity and disdain. Esteemed councilors, the humans have not only declared their sovereignty, but have also threatened to engage any Imperial forces that trespass their claimed space, Threx reported, his voice resonant and calm, betraying none of his irritation. One of the councilors, a being with a visage like a star map, spoke up. And what do our strategists say about this Earth? Is there truth to their claims of advanced defense capabilities? Threx nodded. Our reconnaissance confirms significant advancements, likely due to alien technology they've salvaged. They could pose a real threat if provoked. The room fell into a contemplative silence. The Empire, vast and mighty, was not used to being challenged, especially not by a nascent power like Earth. Behind Earth's veil. Back on Earth, in a secure underground facility, Lucy and her team monitored the galactic channels, aware that the Empire's next move could be decisive. The team had worked tirelessly to prepare, tapping into the alien technology that had accelerated their progress by centuries within mere decades. Lucy convened with Dr. Emilia Santos, the chief scientist responsible for integrating alien technology with Earth's defenses. "How ready are we, Emilia, if the Empire decides to test our claims?" Emilia adjusted her glasses, her eyes tired yet determined. "The orbital defense platforms are operational, and our quantum disruptors are online. We've also initiated the shadow network with our allies for real-time intelligence." Lucy nodded, knowing the gravity of each step they took. "Keep pushing the limits, Emilia. We need every advantage." A call to the shadows. Lucy's next move was to solidify the fragile alliances Earth had formed. She reached out to representatives of the fringe systems via secure holographic channels. Each face that flickered into view represented a civilization tired of imperial dominance, eager for change. "We stand at a precipice," Lucy began, her image projecting into a dozen secret chambers across the galaxy. "The Empire will no doubt push back, but together, we can establish a new order, one where no single power can dominate unilaterally." The responses were mixed, but the overall sentiment was supportive. They agreed to a pact of mutual defense, an interstellar promise that bound them together against a common foe. The Empire strikes. The response from the Galactic Empire came sooner than expected. A fleet of Imperial warships dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of Earth's solar system, their intentions clear. Earth's sensors lit up, and the defense team sprang into action. As the first wave of Imperial drones approached, Earth's newly installed defense platforms launched a volley of quantum torpedoes, tearing through the attackers with precise, calculated ferocity. The spectacle was both terrifying and awe-inspiring, a dance of destruction that highlighted Earth's newfound might. Threx, observing from the flagship, frowned at the display. "It seems we have underestimated these humans," he muttered to his second-in-command. "Prepare a diplomatic channel. It's time to negotiate." The table of tensions. Aboard the Imperial flagship, Lucy Zhao faced Envoy Threx across a cold metallic table. The air was thick with tension, each aware of the fleets and firepower they represented. "Envoy Threx, Earth will not waver. We seek peace, but we will not falter in defense of our home," Lucy stated, her voice steady. Threx's gaze was calculating, his mind racing with options. "Ambassador, perhaps there is room for an accord. The Empire is vast and can find resources elsewhere." As they talked in the opulent halls of the Galactic Council, news of Earth's resistance and the standoff with the Imperial fleet sent ripples through the assembled species. Some viewed the developing situation with concern, others with a veiled delight. The balance of power was shifting, and with it the potential for new alliances and rivalries. Elder Yon, sensing the undercurrents of change, convened a secretive meeting with key council members. "The Earth's defiance could inspire others," he remarked, his voice echoing softly in the chamber. "We must consider the ramifications. Stability is paramount, but so is the evolution of our governance." Earth's diplomatic maneuvers. On Earth, Lucy and her advisors prepared for a series of diplomatic missions aimed at solidifying their newfound status. Their next target was the Luminar Confederation, a collective of energy-based beings skeptical of the Empire's hegemonic ambitions. In a brightly lit conference room aboard the Luminar flagship, Lucy presented her case. "The threat we face is not just to our planet, but to the very fabric of galactic freedom," she explained, her hologram flickering with intensity. "Together, we can forge a path that respects the sovereignty of all civilizations." The Luminar, beings of pure light and thought, communicated their assent in bursts of radiant energy, their decision more felt than heard. An alliance was forged, one that promised to illuminate even the darkest corners of the galaxy. Imperial intrigues. Back at the Imperial Citadel, Threx faced mounting pressure. The failed engagement with Earth had emboldened other systems, causing a ripple effect he hadn't anticipated. In a dimly lit war room, he met with his closest strategists. "We must recalibrate our approach," Threx asserted, his figure towering over the holographic map of the galaxy. "The humans are more resourceful than we gave them credit for. We need a strategy that isolates them from their new allies." Plans were drawn up, focusing on disrupting Earth's communications and supply lines. A shadow war was beginning, one that sought to undermine Earth's position without direct confrontation, a surge of defiance. Meanwhile, Dr. Amelia Santos made significant progress with the alien technology. In a secure lab deep within Earth's moon, she and her team had activated an ancient artifact which turned out to be a powerful communications device capable of reaching across the galaxy without detection. "Test the range. Target the Andromeda boundary," Amelia instructed, her hands moving deftly over the alien console. The test was a success, opening a channel to distant civilizations outside the Milky Way. Earth's plea for recognition and support was broadcast far and wide, tapping into a network of systems that the Galactic Empire had long presumed to be silent or extinct. A new player emerges. As Earth extended its reach, a mysterious signal responded to their call. A representative of an ancient and powerful civilization, long thought to be a myth, made contact. They offered not just support, but also an alliance that could shift the balance of power in the galaxy. Lucy met with the envoy of this enigmatic civilization aboard their vessel, a ship that shimmered with an almost ethereal quality. "Your courage to stand alone has moved us to step forth from the shadows," the envoy spoke, their voice a melodic hum that resonated with the very air. With each new ally and each technological advancement, Earth was not just defending its own sovereignty, but also becoming a beacon for others who yearned to break free from the overbearing rule of the Empire. In this vast celestial arena, Earth had transformed from a solitary defender into a rallying point for galactic liberation, setting the Galactic Empire, grappling with the sudden shift in the galactic narrative, intensified its espionage efforts. Covert operatives, skilled in the art of subterfuge, were dispatched across the galaxy. Their mission, to infiltrate Earth's allied systems and sow discord among the ranks. On a remote outpost planet, one such agent, codenamed Vex, expertly manipulated local dissent. Using a mixture of truth and fabrication, he whispered of Earth's supposed ambitions to not just resist the Empire, but to dominate the Council itself. His words, like seeds in fertile soil, began to take root, causing unease among the outpost's leaders. Earth's countermeasures. Aware of the increasing threat of subterfuge, Lucy authorized the formation of the Sentinel Network, a covert group of agents trained in counterespionage. Their first task was to track down and neutralize the Empire's agents, a mission that led them to the very outpost where Vex was operating. In a daring move, the Sentinels cornered Vex during a clandestine meeting. What followed was a tense standoff, ending not with violence, but an unexpected offer. "Join us," the lead Sentinel proposed, "and help build a galaxy where no one needs to live in the shadow of another." Vex, disillusioned by the Empire's empty promises, accepted, turning double agent. Technological ascendancy. Meanwhile, Amelia Santos continued her groundbreaking work with the alien communications device. Harnessing its technology, she developed a network that not only secured communications across Earth's allies, but also intercepted Imperial transmissions. This new capability provided Lucy and her allies with a strategic advantage, giving them insight into Imperial strategies and troop movements. This network, dubbed the Echo Web, became instrumental in preemptively countering many of the Empire's moves, shifting from a reactive to a proactive stance in galactic affairs. The Luminar Conference, Lucy convened a meeting with the newly allied civilizations aboard the Luminar flagship, now the unofficial bright beacon of the Resistance. The representatives of various species, each unique in form and thought, gathered around a holographic model of the galaxy, discussing strategies and sharing intelligence. The conference solidified the Alliance's objectives: to maintain sovereignty for all civilizations, and to promote a decentralized galaxy where no single power could impose its will unilaterally. Plans were drawn for joint military exercises, shared technological research, and cultural exchanges. The Empire's dilemma. Envoy Threx, now under immense pressure, reported the unsettling developments to the Imperial Council. Earth has not only fortified its defenses, but has woven a web of alliances that grows stronger with each passing cycle, he explained, his tone grave. The Council, once confident in their supreme power, now faced a galaxy that was uniting in ways they had never anticipated. We must consider a strategic retreat or seek a diplomatic resolution, Threx reluctantly proposed, sensing the shifting tides. The Empire, so long the unchallenged ruler of the galaxy, found itself at a crossroads. The choice they made next would either renew their dominion or diminish their influence forever. As the galaxy watched, alliances strengthened and secrets were uncovered. A new era was dawning. As the Galactic Council convened once more, the assembly was unlike any before. The chamber buzzed not only with the usual politicking, but also with a sense of impending change. Elder Yan observed the gathering, noting the new alignments and the whisper of alliances that had shifted the usual dynamics. Lucy Zhao stood before the council, not as a defiant outsider, but as a recognized leader whose voice carried the weight of a significant coalition. "We propose a reformation of the council's statutes," Lucy announced, "to ensure that no single power, including the Galactic Empire, can dominate proceedings. We seek a galaxy where every system has a voice." Her proposal sparked debates that lasted hours, with many smaller systems expressing their support, emboldened by Earth's stance against the Empire. The Empire's concession envoy, Threx, understanding the changing tide, stepped forward with a conciliatory gesture. "The Empire is prepared to reconsider its position and support a new framework that promotes fairness and decentralization," he declared, surprising many in the assembly. Behind his words was the unspoken recognition of Earth's growing influence and the impracticality of maintaining the old order. The Echo Web expands. Back on Earth, Dr. Amelia Santos celebrated a breakthrough. The Echo Web had evolved into a sophisticated network capable of not only secure communication and intelligence gathering, but also of integrating various alien technologies. This integration led to advancements in energy distribution, propulsion systems, and defensive capabilities, strengthening not just Earth, but its allies as well. Amelia presented the new technologies to Lucy and her team. "With these advancements, our fleets can maneuver faster, hit harder, and survive longer," she explained, showcasing simulations that demonstrated their effectiveness. The Dark Constellation. Despite the public moves towards peace, the shadows of the galaxy were not entirely still. A faction within the Empire, dissatisfied with Threx's diplomatic approach, formed the Dark Constellation, a covert group determined to restore the Empire's dominance through subterfuge and sabotage. Vex, now a double agent within the Sentinel network, learned of their plans and relayed the information to Earth. Preparing for possible covert attacks, Lucy initiated a series of countermeasures, weaving a tighter security net around the Allied systems. Unity Festival. To solidify the newfound unity among the galactic civilizations, Lucy proposed the Unity Festival, a celebration of diverse cultures and technologies. Held on a neutral planet rich in natural beauty, the festival drew beings from across the galaxy. It was a mosaic of colors, sounds, and ideas, fostering a sense of community and shared destiny. During the festival, technology exhibits and cultural exchanges flourished, with Earth's delegates and the Luminar Confederation playing central roles. The festival also served as a fertile ground for informal diplomacy, where agreements were made and friendships were forged under the stars. Preparing for tomorrow. As the festival concluded, Lucy and her allies prepared for the challenges ahead. They were aware that the Dark Constellation's activities could threaten their progress. Meetings were held, strategies were drawn, and alliances were reinforced. The galaxy stood on the brink of a new era, with Earth at the forefront of a movement towards a more balanced and cooperative future. The path ahead was uncertain, filled with potential for both peace and conflict. But for the first time in centuries, there was hope that a new galactic order could emerge, one characterized by harmony and mutual respect. As the Unity Festival's echoes faded, the dark constellation executed their first major operation. Their target was a strategic communications hub on the fringe of the Luminar territory, crucial for the operation of the Echo Web. Their attack was swift and brutal, crippling the hub and causing a temporary blackout among the Allied networks. Lucy, receiving the distressing news, convened an emergency session with her top advisors and allies. This strike was meant to test our responses and fracture our unity, she analyzed. We must respond not only with strength, but also with strategy. Earth's strategic counterstrike. Leveraging the intelligence gathered by the Echo Web and the insights from Vex, Earth coordinated a multi-system response. The counterstrike was not merely military. It included cyber operations aimed at exposing and disrupting the dark constellation's communications. Under the cover of a coordinated fleet maneuver, Sentinel agents infiltrated a base suspected of housing the constellation's leadership. The operation was successful, capturing key operatives and gaining valuable intel on the faction's future plans, the Empire's internal strife. The exposure of the dark constellation forced the Imperial Council to confront its own divisions, with evidence of the faction's rogue operations threatening the stability of the Empire itself. Threx advocated for a radical restructuring of the Imperial governance. Let this be the catalyst for true reform within the Empire, Threx proposed in a council session, his voice echoing with a mix of frustration and hope. We must dissolve the shadows within our ranks and embrace a new path forward, one that aligns with the evolving galaxy. His words, surprisingly, found support among many in the council, weary of endless scheming and conflict. The new Galactic Charter. Inspired by Earth's resilience and the growing demand for reform, the Galactic Council drafted a new Galactic Charter. This document was designed to ensure fair representation and shared power among all member civilizations, establishing protocols for peaceful conflict resolution and cooperative exploration and development. Lucy, representing Earth and its allies, signed the charter in a historic ceremony broadcast across the galaxy. Today, we are not merely allies by circumstance, but a united galaxy with shared values and visions, she declared. Legacy of the Echo Web. The technology developed from the Echo Web evolved beyond its original military and intelligence purposes. It became a backbone for interstellar commerce, education, and cultural exchange, facilitating a level of integration and cooperation previously unimaginable. Dr. Amelia Santos, now head of the Galactic Science and Technology Council, spearheaded projects that use this technology to tackle galaxy-wide issues, from resource scarcity to epidemic disease management. A galaxy reborn. As peace and cooperation flourished, the Unity Festival became an annual event, symbolizing the galaxy's renewed spirit. Each year, new technologies were unveiled, new cultural treasures were shared, and new agreements were signed, strengthening the fabric of the galactic community. Lucy Zhao, once a diplomat from a secluded Earth, reflected on the journey. Standing before the assembly at the latest festival, she felt a profound sense of accomplishment and optimism. We have forged a galaxy where our children can look to the stars not with fear but with boundless hope. In the end, the galaxy had indeed changed. From a place of dark intrigues and silent battles, it had transformed into a vibrant community of worlds, each contributing to a collective future bright with possibility. The echoes of Earth's defiance had reshaped not just their own destiny, but the destiny of the galaxy at large.